Dave Dulio is next. I have a lot of things to talk to him about. The director for the Center of Civic Engagement at Oakland University in beautiful Rochester and a professor of political science there. Thank you for being available.
Well, it's my pleasure. Good morning.
I guess we better begin with James Craig. For the longest time now, we've been wondering if a name Republican would surface. A name surfaced, and it turns out he's Republican. The chief of police in Detroit will resign today or retire today, and then in a separate announcement at some point say he's throwing his helmet into the ring. Your thoughts?
Well, boy, I think this really shakes up not only the governor's race here in Michigan, but politics in general. I think it's unexpected. I think it's surprising to some degree, as you said. Those of us that follow politics and look at elections have been wondering when somebody on the Republican side might jump in and sort of grab the primary race and take hold of it. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen with Chief Craig today, if that announcement does come, but it certainly could because, as you know, the field of Republican candidates at this point is not very deep. If he gets in, he's somebody that is both well-known but also not very well-known. And what I mean by that is, right, we know him as the chief of police, but where is he on important issues? Where is he on taxes? Where is he on abortion? Where is he on Line 5? All of these issues that we really don't know much about James Craig, but we sure know his name.
You know, I would have thought politicians now have to distance themselves from being supportive of the police in any way in order to get elected. He's the chief of police, so it's counterintuitive at the moment, isn't it?
Well, it's interesting. I think we might start to see that turn a little bit. Certainly, Chief Craig has been an ardent defender of not only his force but of policing. But just over the weekend, we see the front runner for the New York mayor's race, Andrew Yang, somebody familiar to us from the 2020 Democratic presidential primary. He came out and criticized the messaging and the movement of defund the police. So maybe that's starting to turn a little bit.
Okay, I guess we'll see. Now, he's making national news. He's been on Tucker Carlson. He was on Judge Jeanine on Saturday night. And these Michigan folks, including our governor, keep making national TV appearances. Here's Alyssa Slotkin, the congresswoman who was on Real Time on HBO with Bill Maher on the panel this weekend.
There has to be a distinction between people who have totally different views than you and people who are fundamentally not accepting of democracy.
That's it.
Who are literally trying to undo democracy.
And
that is different. That's my line. That's my line. And
right. That's where these people,
right.
the Cheneys and the Bushes and the Mike, they would not bend the knee.
Right. It's exactly what we teach our kids, right? If you don't get to change the rules of the game in the middle of the game because you think you're losing. And that is what they are trying to do at the state level, at the federal level. And I think we have to draw a bright red line between people who may be fiscal conservatives or social conservatives, people like my in-laws who I love deeply, who will never believe in destroying the democratic system that we all love. Never. Never.
I think, Dave Dulio, she's talking about voting rights.
I think that's a good bet.
So there she is, and she raises a point that I'd like to ask you too. Why, when it comes to Liz Cheney and Mitt Romney and the rest, why would the Republican Party be clinging to Donald Trump when he hijacked the party in the first place to win a popularity contest? Why would they let this happen? Why would they draw a line and say you either support Trump or you're not a Republican?
Well, it's an awfully risky gamble. It's an awfully
isn't it their chance to get away from him?
Well, and I think that this speaks. It certainly is, but I think that this speaks to a couple of different things. One is the how deep the Trump movement has gotten into the Republican Party over the 4 years that now almost 5 years that he's been part of the party. And it we see that when folks like Fred Upton and Peter Meyer are threatened with censure by county party organizations and local party organizations. The Trump activists have taken control of many local party organizations. And it's frankly, it speaks to how good of a job the Trump campaign and the Trump organization did in recruiting activists, getting them involved in local party organizations. But I think that it just speaks to the depth and in some cases the breadth of how far that Trump effect still goes.
Is wearing a mask and getting a vaccine now more a political statement than a health one?
I think it is.
Jeez, how the hell could that happen?
Well, it's just one more in the long line of long list of things that have become politicized. Right? I think of masks as almost a team jersey. That if you wear one, you're on one side, and if you don't, you're on another. And it's just another indicator of this deep polarization that we're seeing, and you wonder if masks are the one right now. What's next?
Well, the vaccine passport, I suppose, is what will be next, and we'll be in touch with you about that for sure. Dave Dulio in the Political Science Department at Oakland University in beautiful Rochester, Michigan. It's Michael Patrick Shields through the AT&T microphones, and very pleased to be with you this morning from Firekeepers Casino in Battle Creek.
Starting route to top 10 state status. Proceed to the plan.
The Road to Top 10 plan from Business Leaders from Michigan charts a course for Michigan's growth with key landmarks along the way.
Turn right to compete for good jobs.
Like bringing quality jobs to Michigan, investing in education and job training, rebuilding our infrastructure, and more. And if we follow the plan,
you have reached your destination, top 10 state status.
Read the full plan at michigansroadtotop10.com.
10 for 10 is back at Meijer. Buy 10 items and get the 11th free. Save more across the store with 10 for 10 savings on things like red, yellow, and orange bell peppers. Select General Mills cereal like Cheerios and Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs. And Crest regular toothpaste. Plus, get free Meijer pickup when you spend $35 or more. Visit the Meijer app for more details. Enjoy more savings with 10 for 10 at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all the deals in the Meijer app.